Hi there. I thought the game wouldn't display for a second. Hey, this title screen makes sense now. It's the Kingdom of Lucrezia in the background. And you can also see the hero speak on the back, further back. Also, isn't it curious that the secret 8th chapter has been staring you in the face all this time? But you only realize it after you unlock it? This was the case for me when I played this on the Super Nintendo version. I somehow never questioned the location of the title screen, how it didn't fit into any of the 7 chapters. Yeah, they just got a new party member. I haven't seen in battle yet, but the Uranus is meant to be like a cleric. He specializes in healing. Something odd happened this week that I forgot to talk about yesterday. For some reason, Live Alive was removed as a category from Twitch. If you look at my channel, all the clips and VODs of this game from last week and backwards now don't have a category because Live Alive was removed as one. And then it got added back again. But this did break some clips and I think to make it harder for people to find the stream. It seems like this happened so they could change the spelling of Live Alive, so the game title on Twitch now has the second live on the title be written backwards, just like in the actual logo. And at first I could only find the Super Nintendo version as a category. They have the exact same name, you can tell them apart from their covers. But it seems like that recently the remake was added back again, so I changed the string category again. Which is just too weird with that. I remember that when I was streaming Trials of Mana, Twitch seems to have a hard time grasping that you can have 2 games with the exact same title. Like, there's 2 Trials of Mana categories, one is the classic and one is the remake. Once again, you can tell them apart by the cover art. But I could swear that I would set my string or my clips to the remake of Trials of Mana. But after the string, the category would change to the Super Nintendo version. Like, you could see the cover picture changing. I don't know why this happens. I think that maybe Twitch has a system where it tries to find out if you're streaming the wrong category and changes it without letting you know. And I saw a string for the Trials of Mana remake suddenly becomes one of the classic version. I misaimed that one. So it has a healing skill, a counter, another healing skill, and a dispel. He only has one attack and it's like Pogo's. Yes, has to charge up. Works pretty much the same. Wave slash learns. Yeah, they might have been the most powerful warrior ever. They won't be anymore. I watched someone else play the wrestler chapter and when they fought Moribe, the old guy, they managed to kill him with a single move.
いつまでそうやって心を閉ざすつもりじゃ。魔王が蘇ったのじゃ。ハッシュ、弱くなったな、ハッシュ。確かに人間は弱い。弱いゆえに強いものを頼りもする。じゃが弱いからこそ強くなろうとする。人を信じるからこそ強くもなれる。行こう。人違いじゃった。勇者ハッシュは死んだ。ここにおるのはただの拗ねた臆病者じゃ。
So we found out what's the deal with this lumberjack.
Hush! 勘違いするな。くだらない人間たちのために行くのではない。私が弱い人間ではないことを。証明するためだ。まずは山頂に行く。魔王山に行くにはあれが必要だ。
Here's the so-called hero. He starts at level 10. His fire scope skills are the same as Swordsted, but it diverts from there. Well, if you come across that bear again, it should be much easier. By the way, his last, not the last one, this one has something to do with the Demon King. Oh, it's used to kill the Demon King, I got it. It deals massive damage. Oh wait, there's shield on the wall. Let's try higher level so it's better that Strabo uses this one. There's the summit.
あれは魔王山。ハッシュ、もしやここに。魔王。今一度この手で型をつけてやる。
She reclaimed the Brion. There's a tombstone for indeed he fake his own death to leave the kingdom. And now there's just one place left to go. The actual Demon King's lair. I called this the castle last time, but it's more like a mountain cave. Strabo has a new skill. But he's resistant to it, never mind. So I was curious about this skill called the Archon's Mark. Now this looks much more like a skill derived from the Demon King than something used to kill him. But as long as it works. Ah, there's the bear again. And with good timing, Horstead has a ranged skill now, though the bear is still strong against it. Our stat is gonna need the healing, so... What is Dragon Soul like? Where did it say that uses the power of fire, but it's not a fire elemental skill? Yes, one shot in the other time, so he's already a lot tankier. It's still gonna be a problem if he can still out heal my damage.
我らに祝福。助かった。よし。
Oh, nice. Let's say I don't need a lot of damage to do his healing, so... How well does the Archon's mech do against the bear? Nice. Oh, but using the buff Sasha, I hadn't noticed that. Now, if you go back to the kingdom with Fashi in your party, the NPCs will actually react to him being there. But no special cutscene or anything happens. I think for the sake of time, I'll just go straight to the Archon's Roost. Is this the part of the map that has a secret, I wonder? With the new graphics, it's hard to tell. But there is a secret area in the forest that you'll never have to visit. I remember you access it by going down. There should be a gap in the foliage somewhere. quite there, but there are some items here. Forbidden lands fly beyond this marker. I'll try looking for it from the left there. If it's not there, I'll just move on. I think it's faster to just use the Uranus skill to end this fight quickly. Nice. He barely gains any stats from leveling up. But it makes sense. Oh, there. Oh, this feels much easier to access than in the original. Wait, this area is full of bomb grass, which is a small healing item. It's not the most useful since you have Uranus in a way, but if he's dead or something, it's still nice to have. Also, they should respawn if you go back in. Yeah, so this is an infinite healing item place. I'll just do it one more time. Also, Akira's chapter can also be made a lot easier if you go to the place in that chapter where you can get unlimited healing items. I commented about the minigame where you sell taiyaki at the park. If you go there, you help Matsu around the stall and NPCs will come in. And you have to charge them as much money as they will be willing to pay for each taiyaki. You have to decide it based on what NPC you're talking to. And if you charge too low or too high for the taiyaki, Matsu gets mad at you. If you get it right to get one healing item. And you can repeat that as many times as you want. Because our stat is not proven yet, he couldn't open this on his own. The path diverges quite a lot this dungeon. That's not a great way to start it. Stereotypical hero do you mean yours, said Hashi? I read that Torset's design is based on the, I think, the fighter from the first Final Fantasy. Just with a different color palette. That was even more so in the Super Nintendo, where the overworld sprites really look just like a Final Fantasy game. Now this time, if he tries to shoot Strabo, or instead should block it. Okay, that wasn't that much. Moonrise Lord. That's the way forward, so there should be something to pick up here. Oh, it's the guy from the tournament. I think it's better to beat all the minions so we can get their experience. Too bad this Terrible still doesn't have any crowd control attacks. That one's going to explode, unless I kill it first. Oh, I'm not gonna do it in time. That's a shame.
神の雄たけび
This doesn't penetrate.
どうだ
And this was almost a completely wasted move.
すまない
Oh yeah, I hadn't pointed out this is the first time in ages that we have an actual full party. The only two times this happened was in the Caveman chapter, only in the final fight when Zaki joins you. And in the Kung Fu chapter, you very briefly have a full party when you have recruited the 3 disciples but still haven't started to train them. And you could actually use all of them in a battle if you went back to the forest and fought some tigers. But that would be the only enemy you could fight with the full party. And he gets one shot again. I might have to give him some better armor. Go ahead, blow up. He is cold-blooded, but he spills fire, so it could go either way. But yeah, now that you mention that, it would make much more sense for stereotypical dragons to spill ice. Finally on AoE skill. Takes some time to charge though. Oh, he does learn a new skill, but his stats don't get any higher other than accuracy and evasion. It's like the Shifu in the Kung Fu chapter. Hashi can still earn experience, but I reckon he's pretty much not gonna level up. Because he earned so little. Oh, right at the door. This narrow corridor feels quite ominous. Are we almost there already? There's still some alternate passages. A Helm of Nightmares. To wear this helm is to be haunted by nightmares so terrible that one will never again be able to sleep. Why not putting that on? It really compromises your special attack. I'm actually not sure whether Orsted uses it for any of his moves. Strabo sure does. And unfortunately, he's the one who could use more defense the most. Yeah, I don't think this I think is worth using at all. Oh, welcome back. Naya Fargos. Oh, these Spitos can take a lot more. Think he might use it in the future. I think he's still got a lot of skills to learn.
まだいけるか。
I don't think the menu makes it clear what stat each ability uses. Like, I imagine those elemental ones might use your special attack. And in that case, your set has quite a few. But it's a nice subversion of you expecting to find actually good loot in the Demon King's Door. Of course, everything is cursed. Also, I thought there was a passage there. There isn't. Oh, he has got a close range skill now. But there is something down there. Or is there? How strange. Would make for a fun scene, the hero going back from Lady Demon Lord, wearing the most edgy demonic looking armor ever. I mean, it would be fun until he tries to take it off and finds out he can't. Also, the marker is pointing left. Now this could be almost the end. Also, since we started this chapter, one more icon showed up on the far left there. You can see it on the other saves. That's sneaky. Notice, every time I think it's the end, a whole new big area shows up. A flame armor, this should be more usable. Yes, it is. So the divine armor can go to... I think a bit more defense is worth the reduction attack. As a reminder, if I was playing this on the Super Nintendo, I would not be looting anything. I'd walk away from every chest I saw. But I'm doing this now because I think the remake will be different in this regard. Well, it could be. When people speak of unrealistic outfits in fantasy, everybody talks about like the sexualized armors. Nobody talks about the fire armor that would realistically melt the weather. No, don't act first. That sounds very painful. But if you're going to war anyway. Does the D&D word of any like war crime convention? I don't think it does. And well, what do we have here? This is definitely close to the end now. The party doesn't have anything to say about it. But there you have, this is Soldo, this is Odeyo as the Frog Snake Demon, this is Soldeyo, OD Albright, Odio, OD10 as the Murder Matrix, and OD only. Which means the last one must be behind the door. It's boss time. So if you were wondering whether this chapter is gonna make any connection to the rest, there is your answer. I'm not sure I'm ready for this. Yes, this is the source of all evil. The Demon King probably is. He sounds like it. He's huge. The Lord of Dark, aka the Demon King. I think this is already different from the original. I believe that in the classic you started this boss with your party much more spread around, and it made it harder to heal. He has no weaknesses, he's resistant to light. Strabo is in a very dangerous starting position. I still haven't used the Sanctuary. It causes a lot. It causes all of the debuffs at the same time. But I imagine it's not gonna work on the boss. It's better to save him up for healing. Straven has to get away. I don't know if Urset can do anything more than spam Crushing Blow. I don't think he'll be able to put him to sleep. And he's barely taking any damage. As long as I can keep Yorodus alive, I should be fine. So Hash, you've got this skill that says it was used to kill the Demon King. So what if you use it again? Oh, that's a lot. So now we know how to beat him. Literally just pick the skill that says use this to kill the Demon King. Exactly what I wanted, having only targeted 2 tanker characters. This might kill him. Oh, almost. He's late to the side, I thought he was dead, but it stopped him from charging up. Interesting. I believe that's a unique interaction that can only happen when Hash uses this specific skill. He is dead, but the Demon King is also almost dead and now debuffed. So this should be easy. And Urset gets to be the one to finish him off, so good job. What do you mean, played us for fools?
魔王ではない。こんな魔王でもない雑魚相手に。
I do figure that he looks nothing like the one depicted in this statue. What's that supposed to be?
勇者ハッシュが聞いて呆れる。これが臆病者になった者への報いか。
奴は魔王ではないと。
真の魔王はあんなものではない。
では姫は。
ハッシュ、お主病を患っておったな。そんな体でなぜ来たのだ。私は老いたりとはいえ一度は呼ばれた人間だ。勇者と。ハッシュ、少しは勇者らしい最後を迎えられそうだ。この剣はお前が使え。姫はお前が助けに来ると信じている。信じてくれる者が一人でもいる限り、その人間を信じるのだ。ハッシ
ュ。しかし姫は一体どこに。いかん、ここは危険だ。早くここを出るんだ。死んだ人間に構ってる場合か。俺たちも死ぬぞ。うわ
勇者8種のストレイボー。しかし真の魔王は一体どこに？いや、最悪、アリシアはすでに。取り乱してすまん。そなたらも左の部屋で休んでくれ。
来ないで。
足を許してくれ。陛下、貴様、陛下を皆の者、出会え出会え。
どうされました？陛下。そなたが陛下を。なんということを。もしや勇者8種もストレイボーも皆そなたが。
魔王。
魔王だ。貴様は魔王だ。
何事じゃ。こやつも魔王山から生きて帰ってきた。で
は貴様も魔王を手に。
何？いかん。歯向かってはならん。
黙れ。
わしなら心配いらん。逃げるのだ。
正体を現したな。
バカ者、早く行かぬか。 バカ者、早く。命ばかりはお助けの。
何やら騒がしかったようですが、一体何が。
離れろ。そいつは陛下を殺した魔王だ。急いで城下にも知らせるのだ。
魔王。
あくまでこのルクレシアから出ていけ。見えた。
嘘だよね。王様を殺したなんて。いけません、近寄っちゃ。
こいつは勇者じゃない。魔王なんだぞ。出てけ、出てってくれ。出てけ。
嘘だよね、魔王なんて。近寄らないで。嘘だよね、魔王なんて。嘘だよね、魔王なんて。嘘だよね、魔王なんて。
Oh, it was turned off. I just realized that now, and now I'm wondering for how long that was. Do you know since when that was happening? Because I have been talking for quite a while. And if it was accidentally turned off. I'm gonna have to check the VOD later. I'll be very upset if my voice was accidentally cut throughout the sequence. Jeez, that's very bad. I have to start making a habit of checking the microphone audio gauge on OBS. But trying to at least repeat what I said back in the village house. Saying that the line that the child says was very corrupted by the localization. But the kid saying is in Japanese is something like it's a lie, right? You're not the Demon King, so he's supposed to be the one NPC that believes in your stead. Localizations change it to be like, why are you the Demon King? I wanted to avoid picking on the script during the gameplay like this, but that was very awful change. And about the microphone, I'm pretty sure that at one point I turned it off because I was gonna move the chair so you wouldn't hear it. But yeah, I forgot to turn it back on. Or I thought I had done it. Hi there. You can take a guess from how my face is looking like now. I just found out that I once again left the mic turned off for a long time without noticing it. I'll say another thing I had commented during that period was that the shield in Night Seals looks just like the one in Uranus and Hashi's houses. Also, the mood on the actual story is just as downer. Yeah, actually the lack of 3 party members, because at the start we had recruited the last one, that was Ash, the previous hero. Then we went to the Demon King's dungeon to beat him, but Ash said it was a decoy and he died. And I think there was a Quake and Strabo also died on the way out. After this you go back to the castle, sleep and wake up to find the Demon King in the throne room, and you kill him, but it turns out to be an illusion and you just stab the king to death. And this leads to where we are now.
とおっしゃいましたね。とても勇敢な戦いぶりでした。喜んであなたの妃となりましょう。とっても素敵な宴でしたね。
Power of love, I'd say, is more. The message is more the power of belief.
父上も嬉しいのです。あなたのような世継ぎができて。
To paraphrase what Yorno said in the fan translation of the classic,
私もです。
you must not lose hope as long as one person believes in you.
姫というのはやめてください。
Also, to add to that point, there was one NPC at the village, the child of that
今は
family.
私とあなただけ。
That in this whole sequence is the only one who says it's a lie, you can't be the Demon King. But the localization changed that.
誰よりも
Something I found out just now.
あなたを信じます。
そうじゃ。今一度魔王山へ。ハッシュの死んだあの場所へ。
Yeah, we storm back to the Demon King's lair.
逃げたぞ
Also, I just remember one thing.
逃げたぞ
We had picked up Hash's sword, but I did not equip it. The legendary sword wielded by Hash the Hunter when he defeated the Lord of Dark long ago. This one is actually a healing item, but you can use it as an accessory. Well, you're just making yourself a test subject for this new sword. I obviously not gonna need this, but if they are after me, I'd better reduce their weapons. I must say one shot because the enemy was resistant. In fact, I thought it was resistance to everything or said that's only the Green Knight. Can I evade him so I don't kill that many Kingdom's folk? I take a detour because there is a little something to see in the throne room during the sequence if you go there. And I could use the experience. And Dragon, so another inherited skill. This almost feels like the ninja chapter. Would you look at who's taking over? He says that, but you can't actually act on it in any way. You can't kill him either. Now he can get out. Also, I'm still having some tracking problems. Vito Studio is not behaving its best today. I'm trying to recalibrate it. I actually forgot the path to the Archon's Roost. Do I have to go all the way down first? Oh yeah, I think this was the way. Also, I was noticing something on the last fight. When I used this on the Nightstay, got a fear debuff and started moving away from me. But the ability info doesn't mention anything about it inflicting fear. It's something specifically about attacking the knights. But that's a nice touch to this sequence. We have explored this before, so now we can just bolt straight to the boss room. Claustrophobia. Can the earthquake interrupt me? No. Oh, that's awful. But since she only does one thing, I just have to actually hit this next Dragon Soul. Shardfall, Hashi didn't have this one. Scotophobia. I wonder if the same tactic works for all of them. Not this one. Are you weak to anything? Even with the weakness, it doesn't take a lot of damage. Yeah, there is a trend here. We had claustrophobia before. Don't miss again. Nice. Yeah, I'm actually surprised that video games don't do that more often. Everybody teams bosses after tarot cards and zodiac and stuff. We are the bosses about phobias. Acrophobia. You can finish off this one by just killing the pod up there, but I think you get an equipment if you kill the minions as well. It's penetrates, right? I can hit 2 of them. Oh, I wasn't paying attention to that one charging up. I don't really mind Ishiwata as someone who likes to go to natural parks and like hiking places. Oh, I like you going on the Ferris wheel. There are even some where you can choose a music to play inside the cabin. Evelyn Strike, that's the jumping attack from Rush. I think I'll need that. Now that I alone or said really needs crowd control and ranged skills. Now should be the last sub-boss.
死ぬなよ。まだまだ。
Hygrophobia. Hygrophobia, is that the fear of water? I'm actually looking that up. Oh, liquids, dampness, or moisture. But I'm calling attention to that because this one was butchered. This enemy is supposed to be called Gynophobia. So, the phobias we fought so far made some sense at least for how the story went. Fear of earthquakes and the darkness obviously refers to this cave, and how Strabo died in an earthquake. Acrophobia is a bit more disconnected, but you could relate that to how Alice was kidnapped by a flying demon. Yes, Gynophobia. Gynophobia is an irrational fear of women. And you can see that in her moveset, which the localization couldn't relabel that to try to relate it to hygrophobia, could it? You know, I'm glad that localizers can't change the actual gameplay mechanics. I'm sure this would if they could. Gynophobia makes more sense if you think about him being scared of what Alyssa will think of him. And she is just up ahead. Once again, nothing to do with these statues. They have inscriptors on them that are just like the one in the final one. Oh, that's some great ambience here. Here's this armored statue again.
俺がここにいることが不思議か？あの時の落盤は魔王山の仕掛けなどではない。
There is why we saw him in the room before.
秘密に気づいた。その瞬間俺の今まで抑えていた気持ちが爆発した。お前を出し抜いて俺がアリシアを救おうと。そしていかにも仕掛けられた罠のように俺は魔法を唱えた。いかん、ここは危険だ。早くここを出るんだ。
Do you know what I think would have been a great way to foreshadow this? Is if Strabo learned a spell that causes an earthquake to use in battle. He might learn it. I know she actually has a lot of abilities she learns, I think all the way up to level 16. You realistically won't level him up that much though.
面白いほど簡単に引っかかったぜ。ハッシュが無様にも落ちんだ後だったしな。あとはてめえを絶望のどん底に突き落とすため大殺しの罪を負わせた。だがてめえはここに来やがった。てめえはいつもそうやって俺のしてえことをぶち壊しやがる。昔からそうだ。俺がどんなに努力してもてめえはいつもその一つ上を行っちまう。決勝の時もな。俺があの夜どんなに苦しんだか。てめえなんかに分かられてたまるかよ。だが俺は今までの俺じゃねえ。今こそてめえをぶっ倒してめえの引き立て役だった過去に決別してやる。あの世で俺に詫び続けろ。
Here's your actual final boss. This is a major makeover from the remake. In the original, this fight, Stable just looked like his normal self, just like when he was a party member. He didn't get all this aura around him. Black Abyss, he did not have that. He could earn it if you level him up a lot. As fast as spell, and he might kill me there. Almost. This Strabo might be at level 16, so he's much stronger than Nayan. I have tons of offensive items I did not use. Oh, he's resistant to this, but it might paralyze him. It's not the maximum level, but it's when the main characters learn their strongest skill. With some... the secondary party members usually have much more limited movesets, but protagonists like yours said, learn the new skills up until level 16. But then you have Strabo and the Mimic Mamete in the Ninja chapter. Those are two secondary characters who also have a full movesets until level 16. Oh, he's too far away to use Javelin Strike. This counter is the biggest problem here. I might die again. Fingers crossed. Oh, nice. Also, this fight is feeling a lot harder than the Super Nintendo. I should keep my HP at full as much as I can. Because of the counter, he may deal a lot more damage than I think. I'm trying to keep myself at near full HP so I can attack in and be ready to take the Black Abyss counter, but it's been very difficult. Oh, I didn't proc this time.
またかよ。
ストレイボー。来ないで。あなたはなぜ来てくれなかったの？私は待っていたのに。この人はストレイボーは来てくれたわ。この人はいつもあなたの陰で苦しんでいたのよ。あなたにはこの人の負ける者の悲しみなどわからないのよ。ストレイボー、もう何も苦しむことはないわ。私がずっ と一緒にいてあげる。とおっしゃいましたね。とても勇敢な
Again,
戦いぶ
the
りでした。
visual enhancement from the remake ups the scene a
喜
lot.
んであなたの妃となりましょう。今は私とあなただけ。これからは父上よりも、いいえ、誰よりも。あなたを信じます。
姫はお前が助けに来ると信じている。信じてくれる者が一人でもいる限り、その人間を信じるのだ。じゃがな、わしはこう思う。ここで人間を憎んでは負けじゃ。かといって自分の心に嘘をついてもいかん。じゃからわしは命を懸けても魔王ではないと訴えるしかないのじゃ。じゃがお前はそれではいかん。お前はまだ若い。橋やわしが命を懸けて守ったものを守り続けるのじゃ。陛下、貴様、陛下を皆の者、出会え出会え。
どうされました陛下。そなたが陛下を。なんということを。もしや勇者ハッシュもストレイボーも皆そなたが。
魔王。
魔王だ。貴様は魔王だ。私には
もう何も残されてはいない。帰るところも愛する人も信じる者さえも。魔王などどこにもいはしなかった。ならばこの私が魔王となり、自分勝手な人間たちにその愚かさを教えてやる。私は今より人間などではない。我が名は魔王オディオ。
Credits roll, and now you know. Sorry for not speaking during out that scene. I kinda didn't know how I would add to it. So this is a very bad time to be talking about this, but I'm still having tracking problems. After this, I will take a short break and I'll try to fix whatever is going on in VTube Studio. I'll try to see if I'll try to resetting it to solve it. And I feel I need to talk about localization in this chapter in specific because I had to read up on some of this before. They made the decision to write the entire script of this chapter in Old English like a Shakespearean play. And if you read about this everywhere, you do say how they wrote the localized Middle Ages script like it was a Shakespeare piece. Which to me is very conflicting because on one hand, sure, in the Middle Ages people actually spoke like this. On the other hand, this scenario is obviously trying to play into RPG stories, not Shakespeare plays. And on that, I still think it would be better to just have the characters talk like in any other old RPG. I remember reading long ago, and because it was long ago, I can't tell you about the veracity of this. But I read that the director had been inspired by the dramatic scenes in Devilman, the manga, to write this chapter. Whatever the case, I can assure you I never heard of him saying he was inspired by Shakespeare. Anyway, rewriting the chapter in Old English is not something I mind that much. But as a consequence of this, a lot of lines were made a lot more flowery than they were originally. And that reaches the point that you fundamentally change the meaning of several pieces of dialogue, and that's where I have a problem. I point out the case dialogue, but some other parts of the story feel quite a bit different because of this. Especially I feel with regarding the love triangle between Orsted, Strabo and Alicia. The localization really pushes to the idea that Alicia never liked Orsted and she was only doing this because of her father. Like how she says for king, for father and such in her dialogue. In the original, the impression I had was she genuinely liked Orsted until Strabo did his scheme and manipulated her. This rewrite kinda... I've heard people say it makes it seem like Strabo and Alicia had an affair even before all of this happened, which I didn't feel from this. But I can see how you could think it was pushing in this direction. And I think this is easily the chapter most affected negatively by the localization, and I'm surprised it still works so well regardless of this. Goes to show how good the original is. Now if you go here, we get the Dominion of Fate, and when I got this my first time through, I had no idea, not much of a clue what was going on. But I really wanted to know what happens towards and after that sequence. So we'll begin by choosing him here, but only after I take a short break. I'll see you in a minute. Hi, sorry for the wait. I was resetting VTube Studio, but I'm afraid it's still not quite how I wanted it. Basically, my model is not staring straight at the camera when I do. It's like misaligned a bit. And repeatedly in the middle of cutscenes are assigned to recalibrate it, but it's not working. So if you see that my model is like looks tilted, that's why. I have saved, right? Yeah.
必要以上に命を奪わぬ。だが人間は違う。人間はそれにとどまらず、果てしなく欲望を抱く。教えてやらねばならぬ。己の勝利に酔いしれ、敗者を顧みない者たちに。
Now looking completely different. I can't access anything other than the settings. This is another remake makeover. In the original, Aristad would still look like his regular self here. This should reflect what he's done to the kingdom between the end of last chapter and now. Really, this is almost a jump scare. Seat of the Betrayers, the location names have changed as well.
口を叱ろう。お前たちとて自分の欲望、感情のままに素直に行動していただけなのだから。そう、お前たちは敗者ゆえに悪にされてしまった。そう、勝った者こそが正義なのだ。歴史とは勝者の歴史なのだ。敗者には明日すらもない。
Are you required to play as Orisada? You could pick a character from that menu as well. I'm just going with him first. I say first, which means this is not gonna be the only one. Just to keep it spoiler free and not going into much detail about that.
この七つの石像とは、この私の持つ憎しみの力で。
So my mod is still constantly misaligned with the tracking, so I hope you don't mind if I seem to be like you looking to the side a bit.
憎しみの名を持つ者たち。我々は敗者ではない。
Can actually interact with them now? So let's do this in chronological order again.
お前が破れねば、はびこりはしなかった。愚かなる人間などという生き物。あなた方、非力な人間ども、見せつけてやるのだ。野生の純粋なる力を。 こ
It's been a while since we saw these characters. Except we are now the boss. No description on any of these moves, but they're all here. By playing as Source said, you are changing history across all of the previous chapters. Why is my member? That's going to be addressed soon. That's another difference when you play as Source Trader. Which of those has the most damage? It's probably chewing. I did not want to do this to Belle, but she's actually the most dangerous party member. She has healing and the strongest attack. Here he is. Jazz Band was quite stronger, as I recall. I could swear he had some AoE skills, but I guess I was remembering it wrong. Yeah, the last boss for this chapter. The VOD for that might still be up on Twitch, because I'm affiliated, they last longer now. But if it is up, it will expire soon. Next one.
所詮付け焼き場よ。
千が連山系。
We're fighting land. I'm pretty sure this is different from how they started positioning in when he actually played this chapter. Yeah, I recall this being his most dangerous attack, and it still checks out.
さて、老子の番だ。そう、勝つべきはお前なの。
Yeah, you notice that when the CPO takes control of the party members, it really does not play optimally. I think the last stable boss was an exception to this that they deliberately made. That's why I found things so difficult. On the other hand, you can see how dangerous these bosses would be if they played optimally by taking control of them. That's all they yell with an I. It's not on lowercase L. I think this one we didn't even see the most dangerous skill. That's this one. I might lose here. I should have saved before. I gonna really depend of a health drain skill, which I think yes should be this one. Please don't use Phantom Butterfly again. He's charging it up and I can't even dodge it because I'm probably too large to avoid. Funny thing about this one is you can actually make this impossible for yourself. If you do those super bosses in this chapter and to make Kyoboro super strong for that, it can be impossible to beat here. This one's not even that powerful. Also, the RNG is not helping me with those misses. Okay, Ryouji shouldn't be much of a problem. Oh, now I get to be the annoying polar bear healing from the tiles.
弾の秘術の力をアナウンスする。さすがだ。
Just in case I'm saving, I was at risk there. And also just in case I'm putting this in another save.
戦にて敗れし魂たち、お前たちの願いを阻む権利を持つ者などいはしない。さあ、無法の世にその力で新たな歴史を作るのだ。
てめえか、ファイクたちを可愛がってくれたな。俺の可愛い子分たちが世話になったとあっちゃたっぷりと礼をしないとな。受け取ってくれ。このガトリング銃の弾をな。
This one will be over in a second because you can use the Gatling gun.
跡形もなく消し取れ。
Now, is that the most damage we ever saw in an attack? Save for maybe Watanabe's that does self-destructing.
そんなもんか。こんなところでクレイジーバンチに逆らう者は死あるのみ。
時の運だったことを示すため、今一度最強の座に返り咲くのだ。手に水。
あの程度の雑魚に勝ち、奴らの技を得て最強になったつもりだろうが、それはお前だけではない。俺は奴らにきっちりと刺してやったい。とどめをな、甘っちょろいガキのナムキャット、見せかけだけのルチャ野郎、関節技だけのハム、所詮ウドの大木のイヤウケアに道家に住みマックス。そしてあの森部とかいう老いぼれ、どいつも己の弱さゆえに死んでいったの。お前の名を残して倒した者の命を立てずして真の勝利などない。俺か、俺こそが最強オディ・オブライトだ。
格闘技じゃない。ただの殺戮だ。
It says a lot of talking to, but it's also probably gonna be a very short fight.
足技、グレートエイジャの飛び技、ハンの関節技、ジャッキーの力、モーガンのパワー、森部のじいさんの奥義が、そしてこの俺の怒りがてめえをぶっ潰す。
There was his ultimate attack, which I kept dodging when I fought him. But the CPU is not gonna avoid it. That does not that much damage. Can't this stun lock him, making him keep having to walk back?
まだ死なぬとはな。
そんなもんか。
悪くない。いいぞ。初めてだぞ、ここまでの相手は。最強とはこの俺のことだ。
Here's where I found out they seem to have really nerfed the dual attack.
人と人の同化を目指したも目指すべきは同化などではない圧倒的な破壊をもって汚れた人間たちのうごめくよう浄化するのだ。
来たでける。今こそこの大インコ像に我らをお救いになるためおでお様がお降りになるでける。
Hey, this is the one I actually lost when I played. And I think I just got unlucky with the debuffs.
一つにはなれんだよ。そうだろ、待つ。
I actually have no idea what each of these do. Okay, I should be safe as long as he can't use the kick, that's the most powerful attack. But not if I keep missing. Yeah, I hope I don't lose it somehow. Because I didn't save for it. I'm almost there. Good. The last one. We don't have our pots, but don't think we'll need it. I think you can move, yeah. The boss can do that. At this time he doesn't change appearances when he abuses the HP lookup. We've gotten revenge and the game actually ends here. However, I still really like the Middle Ages chapter and how it follows up all the way to here. I think it really is what ties this game together. But especially at the time it is originally came out, it felt like such a radical departure from what you expect from RPGs. The ones made by the same company that made this even. And it's really helped me start to appreciate more grayscale, like non-heroic main characters like Worsted. I mean, non-heroic after the twist. He did start out as a very standard protagonist. I also like you just saw how the game hides this. I mean, I think the remake screwed this up a bit because the trailers for it spoil the Middle Ages chapter, even the part where Strabo betrays you. In the original, you really had no clue about that this would happen. The cover did not show Orsted or anything. But I think it goes back to what I said once when I was playing the Dark Prince, that just because how marketing works, games don't get to be really mysterious anymore. You have to reveal everything to appeal to more people. Yeah, I can't think of a game that misdirects you harder than this one. First, the review of the Middle Ages chapter, which if it wasn't for this aspect of the marketing of the remake, you would have no idea about it. And then the twist at the end of the Middle Ages chapter. And though Victorious is not happy in the slightest. And alone for all eternity now. But once again, the game is not actually over. First, that was one version of the final chapter. If you pick any of the other protagonists, you get the other version, which is much longer. This is actually ended almost exactly at the time to end the stream, so I'm not starting that now. But I wanted to try to show something extra about this chapter, so I'm starting it again. But it's a bit tricky to get. There's another way to end this chapter. But let's try it. You have to start one of the fights and get to very low HP, but not die. I'll try to do this in the fight against Toboro because he had the most damage, but I have to try to make him not kill me. So I'll just let him attack. I wonder if this is enough. I'll restore a little HP just in case he uses the butterfly nest, because I think he will kill me at this much health. The HP is red, now should be the timer. A new option has showed up where playing used to be. You can cast Armageddon if you're at low health. If you cannot get your revenge proper, you just erase off of time and space. That's how powerful the new Demon King is. This is an amazing song, and this is the only point of the game where you can hear it, so I think I'll let it play. In the meantime, it is time to end the stream. I think I can start checking if I'm gonna raid somebody. I didn't raid yesterday. I actually had a couple people playing Live Alive, but they were ahead of me. So I decided not to raid them because you would be spoiled to this. I mean, if you want, you can always spoil yourself on whatever game I play. I just do not going to make that easier. Facilitate that, I mean. The trouble with raiding people is after raid someone once, Twitch wants you to repeat it, and it recommends the person to you. But I don't want to repeatedly raid the same person unless they have raided me. I think it's weird if it's one-sided. I'll see you. Thanks for tuning in. That makes it harder to filter the raid list to find new people. I think some tests is still gonna show at the end. Let the creation yield to my command. Let the blinding white subzone and cleanse the slate. Oh, and they'll go back to the title screen. And I think I also not raiding today. Regardless, thanks for tuning in. Hope to see you next week. We're starting the other way to win this game. Have a good night.